Welcome to Amplify Love Podcast. My name is Natalia Love Angelou. I empower women to own their superpowers and transform their mindsets so they can experience more confidence, clarity, and live their dream life. Welcome, dear friends, to another enlightening episode of Amplify Love with yours truly, Natalia Love Angelou. So I want to thank you all so much for being here. It really means a lot to me. I was looking at my stats for this podcast recently, and I have over 400 downloads from all across the globe. And that's a lot for me. I just started. That's 400 people from all across the world downloading my episodes. So I seen all the way from Australia, UK, Africa, India, Brazil, Mexico, and all over US and Canada. I'm like, wow. Some other place I don't even know. It's a tiny little place. I'm not an island somewhere. I'm like, what? How did they find me? Of course, it's a law of resonance, right? You just found me, you resonated to my energy here, but please send me a message either on my social platform on Instagram at The Real Natalia Love Angelou or through my website, www.natalialoveangelou.com, and just write contact because I want to say hi. I want to say thank you. And I want to know who you are. It's a very wonderful thing to see. You really put a heart with a big bubble of love in my chest right now, like a smile in my heart. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I just had to give that love to you. I appreciate you. So today we're going to continue to talk about the 12 universal laws, and we are on law number 7, which is a law of cause and effect, also known as the law of karma. What karma? Okay, so the law of cause and effect, often referred to karma, is a fundamental concept that suggests that there's a direct relationship between our actions and the outcomes or events that occur in our lives. So this law is rooted in many different philosophical, spiritual, and religious traditions and emphasizes the idea that every action we take sets a motion of a chain of events that will eventually come back to us. So we all hear it. It doesn't matter what religion you are or what belief system you have. A lot of people hear about the law of karma. Karma, what goes around comes around, right? So here are the key principles of the laws of cause and effect that you can practice into your day, because it's important to be very mindful of the energy you take. And when you start realizing that what you put out there comes back to you in karma, it does affect your life in a good way. So here's number 1: understanding actions and consequences. Recognizing that your actions, whether positive or negative, have consequences. Be very mindful of the energy that you bring into the world through your thoughts, words, and deeds. So, pay attention. Do not put yourself in circles that are low vibration with gossipers, because if someone's there talking about someone in front of you, chances are they're doing the same thing about you to someone else, right? Really pay attention to that. The energy you keep and what you put out there come from that place of love. When you come from that place of love, the universe knows. The universe has your back. But if you're not from the place of love, there's no fooling anyone else, because it's all about energy and vibration, and people who are in tune can feel it. And if they're not in tune, the universe feels it anyway, and then you get what you put out there, right? So number 2, intention matters. Consider the intentions behind your actions. The quality of your intentions influences the nature of the effects. So strive to act with positive and compassionate intentions. So if you're helping someone, come from that place of love and compassion that you want to serve. Your intention is to give. Don't come from the intention of, I need to take, I need to get, so I'm going to do this so I can take. No, because that is felt energetically, vibrationally, frequency, the law of resonance. It is felt. So your intentions had to be clear. It had to come from that place of your heart, of love. So, number three, responsibility and accountability. Accept responsibility for your actions. Avoid blaming external circumstances for the outcomes in your life. Acknowledge and learn from both, because everything is either a blessing or a lesson, right? So take responsibility for everything in your life. You don't have to try to pinpoint this is happening because this happened and drive yourself crazy wondering why is this bad thing happening to me? I'm a good person. No, because our souls chose to come here into the earth plane for a reason. And we're here to explore and to grow and to evolve as a soul being. So everything's for us. It's a lesson. It's a blessing. It's all for us. Doesn't mean because something bad happened that, oh my God, that means because I did something bad. No, it's the same thing as taking everything as an opportunity to grow and take responsibility for it all. Like I got an accident, a really bad accident in 2003. I almost died. I was driving, and I wrote about this in my book, I Am Goddess. So I was driving on this small country road, ditch on both sides. It was dark. It was past midnight, leaving the job I didn't like, and being obligated to work that job because I had a young child and family were talking. So I was like, okay, I worked for this hotel in Niagara Falls, and it was late at night. I'm driving down Montrose, and I'm going like 110 kilometers an hour or 100 kilometers an hour and blasting some music. And it's dark. It's my first time driving that dark. At that time, I don't even think I had a cell phone. And we didn't have GPSs and all that, I don't think, in 2003. So I was like, in my head, like, okay, I hope I, get there safely at home. And then all of a sudden, I heard an external voice. It was God, it was the angels. I heard clearly, slow down in case you get in an accident. And I was like, I looked around like, what? Am I going to see an angel behind my back? Like, I knew it wasn't my voice. And then I lowered my music, and then I started praying. I'm like, okay, God, please protect me. Please get me home safely. And I went down to like 70 kilometers. And less than 4 minutes after hearing God speak to me and after slowing down, I see people in the corner of my eyes waving, and I look in front of me, but there was no time to stop. I was gonna hit this car. It was a gray station wagon. It was going this way, horizontally covering both sides of the road, because they hit a deer coming from this side and they spun around and their car started smoking. So they were afraid that it's gonna blow up or something. They didn't even turn on the hazard lights. And there I am going 70 kilometers, 20 feet away. I'm gonna crash. Intuitively, I heard turn left. I turned completely left. My whole passenger side collided with a vehicle, big impact, whiplash, shattered everywhere, shattered into all windows, and I was shocked. The police came, paramedics came, they examined me. I was in awe, looking in the sky, and I was like, whoa, God just saved my life. The paramedics were like, how you feeling, checking me out and everything. And then when I said God spoke to me and told me to slow down and save my life, they're like, are you sure you don't need to go to the hospital? And I remember being so afraid, like, oh no, I'm gonna get in trouble, I ruined this car. And the policeman said to me, your mother's gonna be so grateful that you are alive. Forget this car. It was a garbage Aerostar, big, huge minivan. Thank goodness it was a big one, right? And the policeman said to me, if you were going any faster, you would not have time to turn left and you would have died on impact. Just take that in. Wow. Wow. And that was my wake up call, because I was already doing Reiki at that time. And I believe at that time I was a Reiki master and I wanted to do my business, but I didn't have the confidence and the belief in myself. And I joined the workforce thinking that's what I need to do to support my daughter, and my husband was working full time and all that stuff. So, anyways, that accident was the universe teaching me to listen to my intuition and to choose me. And that was a perfect opportunity to quit my job, to start learning more. I became a certified hypnotherapist. I became a metaphysical minister. I became so much more because I decided not to continue to work and to do my business. And I never worked for anyone else really since then, except for, contracts with being an inspirational speaker, and some private companies hiring me for special events and things like that. But I had to share that because that accident was a blessing. That accident was the universe waking me up. And that is my responsibility. I took action. I listened to the inner voice. I had to share that little story with you. Okay, so now going back to the laws of the universe and the law of cause and effect. Number 4, cultivate mindfulness. Practice mindfulness to become more aware of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Mindfulness helps you break the cycle of reactive behaviors, and it helps you to respond to things consciously. So I love to drop into my heart, drop into my body, and embody my feelings. So anytime I hear someone say something to me, I have family members that are not in love and light and not in 5D consciousness, and they are very angry sometimes, and they send negative energy, and it'll feel like a spear. Well, instead of like feeling that spear and letting it grow and get upset and react, I sit with it. I ask myself, okay, what is this revealing in me? Instead of thinking of things as a trigger, think of it as a revealing of an opportunity for you to explore. So, what is this charge here for? Okay, it is reminding me of being an inner child where my family member did this to me and walked all over me, and um, made up lies and made me get beat up from her father, my stepfather, and so on. So I explore that charge, I explore that reveal, and then I bring voice to it. Okay, well, I am taking my power back. I pause. I ask Archangel Michael to remove that dagger, that trigger. I feel the feelings of sadness. I cry. I explore it. I allow myself to feel all feelings. And then I respond from my way of, hey, I own my sovereignty. I own my confidence. I am not going to allow people to walk all over me. I am not a people pleaser anymore. I'm going to speak up for myself, speaking up from that sovereign place. And that's what I did recently. And my family member did not like that and got extra angry. And I'm sharing that because this just happened last week. So there's going to be people that are in your circle that sometimes don't do the things you would do, right? But if they're blood or they're people in your life that you have to have them in your life, well, you don't have to have anyone in your life. You have 100% choice to keep people in your life. But I decided to explore that and not be the submissive people pleaser and stand up for myself, and that didn't make her happy, and I cried and I released it, and then I called back my soul fragments. It's so important to call back your soul fragments, because if you imagine yourself like this big golden star, or your soul is like that big potent starlight, okay, and every situation in your life has energy, right? So if you're going through a situation in your life where you're leaking energy through a traumatic experience, an accident, any kind of, experiences that are dull in your aura field, or someone talking bad about you, or a situation that's not aligned to love, and you're feeling energy vampire sucking you, or you're giving and you're not receiving, or even like someone just directing the negative energy onto you are inner child pain, suffering, being bullied in a relationship that you do not like, and at work and you're not happy there. Any kind of experiences that are not aligned to love and light, they are like little straws or strings, and it sucks your divine golden stardust, your grandness. So think of that like little golden stardust leaking. So I call it reclaiming your star dust, reclaiming your soul fragments. Reclaiming your soul fragments. If your soul is a big grand star, you reclaim it by breathing, by praying, by intention, by doing your devotional prayers and calling God and the ascended masters and the archangels and all your divine helpers, ancestors, whoever you call upon, and you ask them for assistance, and you visualize and cultivate this pool of golden stardust up in the ethers in the universe and coming down like a waterfall into your body, and see it and feel it, this golden light coming into your body, activating your DNA. Yeah, your DNA is anointed by the touch of the divine light, and you put that intention. I am calling back my soul essences, my stardust, my glitter. I'm calling back my glitter. And when you do that, and you feel it, it's filling your temple. It's from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, and you connect your feet down into the earth, and really, really feel grounded in the earth, and feel your body charged with that golden glitter. And guess what? You just healed yourself. And guess what? You just build yourself up. You put that golden armor of protection. You put the golden stardust back into your body. You call back your soul fragments, that no one can take it. No one can take it. But you have to be very mindful and do this practice as often as you desire. If you're feeling sad, if you're feeling angry, if you're feeling blue, if someone did this and that, whatever, take responsibility and say, hey, I'm calling back all my power. They don't have access to me. No, thank you. And when I was in a trance state through past life regression, I do this for others, but I have a student, and she was doing it on me. And you get to ask your higher self questions. So I asked my higher self a question about traveling into different timelines and parallel universes and so on, because I have so many experiences of astral traveling. So I asked a question on that regards. And myself, my divine higher self, I said with my voice this beautiful answer. And I had to share with you now. I never shared this in my podcast before. I never shared this on Instagram before. I never shared this with anybody yet, except for my goddess circle once. So what my higher self said was this: every single being is like this big grand star in the sky, and there's billions of stars in the galaxy. Every being has their own star, and every star has a hive. Just imagine a beehive, okay? And in the beehive, you see all those little hexagon shapes. Well, every single cube is a window, a doorway to a different timeline, a different parallel universe. Wow. And Natalia comes here into the hive quite frequently. So, yes, those experiences that she has in her dreams are all real. And I'm talking about, I've had these astral travel experiences where I wake up and I'm consciously aware that this is a different version of me. And I look in the mirror and I'm a little different, and my family's a little different. And I'm looking at my hands and I'm living like another part of me in this consciousness. And then one time I was like, oh my goodness, I'm a different consciousness in this consciousness right now. And my family member in that reality was like, you gotta not speak like that because you sound crazy, so please stop speaking like that. And then I'm like, no, but this is what happened. And then they were very worried. They're giving me this food and they give me this granola bar, and I remember holding this wrapper, and it was bright purple, and it had like this blue diamond on it, and it said silver almond. And I was like, what is this? I've never seen this company before. When I woke up, I researched it, and it doesn't exist in this reality. And it was everything was so real and so tangible. I could feel, I could taste, and I'm knowing, and I'm seeing myself. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I must have hit my head, and I got amnesia because I was asking like, what country am I in? What year am I in? And the family member was like, what's wrong? Don't act like this. Anyways, I go, no, I'm visiting from a different part of my consciousness. It's a different consciousness, and they were like driving me to this mental home. They're like, you cannot speak like this. Remember, you cannot talk like this. We're going back to the mental home. And I was like, no, 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 no. And then they said, okay, well, if it's true, then wake up. Wake that person up, because I told her this whole story. Like, I'm sleeping in this other part of the, and I told her everything. And she's like, then wake her up, wake that person up. And then, so I'm laying in the car driving in this other, dream like state, I'll say, so you guys don't think I'm like, what are you talking about? But anyways, so all of a sudden, in this reality, in this physical form, me, Natalia, I heard, wake up, wake up, wake up. I literally, like that, like a breath, like, oh my God. And I've never experienced like that surreal experience. I've traveled different places, different dimensions, and different realms, and Lemurians, and so on, and different things. I could make another topic, another episode for that. But I had to share this because it relates to my story with being in the beehive, and that related to my soul fragment story and calling back your power story and all that stuff. So I didn't plan to share this, and here I am sharing this vulnerable part of me that I believe in the multiverse. And yeah, I love all Marvels and the superheroes, and there's always some truth to the things you see on the cartoons. Anyways, but I never would forget that. My trance state when I said that. So now just think of that. Your soul is such a grand star, and every star has a hive, and every hive, if you think of all those cubes, are little windows and different dimension portals to go into different parts of your soul. If your soul is like a big star, it's like a big sun, right? And every single ray is a different experience, a different timeline, a different opportunity for you to experience the grandness of life. So thank you so much for listening. If you're still here and you're not afraid, I see you, I love you, and just send me a DM if this inspired you in any way. Okay, so now number 5. I want you to remember, practicing compassion is so important for the laws of all the laws of the universe, but specifically for cause and effect. Practice compassion means treating others with kindness and empathy. Your actions towards others affect them, right? So your energy impacts the people you're around, just like other people's energy impacts you, right? So have compassion. Understand that everyone is on their own journey. I give my family members compassion and love. I beam them with light. I don't try to fix them. I don't try to heal them. I don't try to pull them. I'm a lighthouse. I shine bright and empower, but I'm not a tugboat. I'm not going to go and rescue you in your swamp and come and entertain and eat your shit sandwich. No, thank you. I'm a lighthouse. I'm a big being of light. I send you compassion and love, but I don't need to entertain you. No, thank you. I have boundaries, and you should too. If you have people that are not of love and light, you can decide to stand up for yourself as well. And I made a song up and everything when I was drumming to heal myself. I did a dance. I love dancing and drumming and singing for myself to heal. And one of the verse was, I'm no longer a people pleaser, that I'm strong, I'm whole, I'm no longer a people pleaser, and I'm drumming to myself. And it felt good, and I love it. And I was calling back my stardust. So there's so many tools to use, sweethearts, to assist yourself on your healing journey. You're responsible for yourself, and you're not responsible for everybody else, unless, of course, you're a mother and you have children. But what I'm saying is, you don't need to fix people. It's not your responsibility to help someone see your way. In this journey, just have compassion. Meet them where they're at with love and light. Don't try to change others. Just meet them where they're at with love and light. Okay. And to wrap this up, because I have a lunch date in 15 minutes and I am going on and on. Number 6, positive intentions. Set positive intentions before taking any action. Align your actions with values such as love, kindness, and understanding. And last but not least, number 7. You knew it was going to stop at number 7, didn't you? Why? I didn't say how many tips I was going to give you because I didn't know how much time I had. I have a lot of tips, but I'm stopping at 7 because 7 is one of my fave numbers. And I'm born on April 7th. Yeah, I'm an Aries. And 7 is the sacred number for me. So, number 7, learn and grow. View challenges and setbacks as opportunities for growth and learning. And that's what I did with that challenge that happened last week. I learned from it. I stood up for myself. I'm like, oh my God, this is triggering, revealing, charging that inner child, that people pleaser that wanted everyone to love me. How come they don't like me and love me? Please love me already. No, 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 no. I'm learning and growing from this. I don't have to be liked by everybody. I don't like everybody. I don't like those friggin' murderers, those people who are doing war. I don't like those pedophiles. I don't like everyone. No way. And not everyone has to like me. I scare some people with my big brightness, with my big hair, my big booty, my big colorful body, with my colorful clothes I always wear. People are like, oh my God, who's she? Run, hide. And then those that resonate with me, that love me, they're like, hey, I love the way you dance. When I was in the side dance, this guy was like, oh my God, I need to follow you. I just love your vibe. And like people who feel me and know me, and like I'm getting tons of testimonials, over 120 Google reviews. They know me. So I'm not for everybody. And you're not for everybody. And that's okay. It's okay. Learn and grow from all experiences. So my inner child now has this beautiful pink cozy blanket, and she's now loved because she knows she doesn't have to get approval from anyone else because I love her enough. So that's a story of a real life experience, and growing and learning through my experiences is so important. I reclaim my powers, and it's important to remember that life is going to throw curveballs, plot twists. It's up to you what you want to do with that. It's up to you how long you can entertain it, how long you can let it to fester. Are you gonna let it to taint your heart to the point where your heart doesn't have a smile anymore? Are you gonna allow it to make you miserable and angry, and you're gonna continue talking about it for months and months and months? Are you gonna process, heal, up level, grow, and say, okay, I master that. I'm fine. I got this. Not everyone has to be for you. Remember, even Jesus Christ, he said, don't cast your pearls to swine, which means don't have to give your light and love and your divine essence to every single being. Those swines are not your being. Only share your gifts, your love, your compassion to your people. And my people are my clients, my sisters in my circles, my friends, my real chosen soul family, and my immediate family who I choose to have in my life, and the extended family who I don't have in my life. They're not my people. I'm not sharing my pearls, my magic, and my secret sauce with everyone. No, 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 no. Only those are my people. And remember that for you as well. You don't have to like everybody, not everyone has to like you, and that's just fine. So, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you so much. When you start paying attention to the 12 universal laws, your life changes. Like 12 universal laws are one of my favorite things. That's why I had to cover it here on my podcast. And I'm also going to use this for other things in my life because I practice them all the time. And don't be hard on yourself. If you ever slip up and if you, or, like you react instead of, taking time to embrace yourself, it's okay. Forgive yourself. Have compassion for you too. It's okay. It's okay to yell. It's okay to have a temper tantrum too. You're allowed to. You're a human being. If you meet someone and they're like, I'm so ascended, I have no emotions, I don't even have to eat anymore, I don't have to have sex anymore, I don't have to do anything ever again. Why are you in this physical form? Hello? You chose to be in this physical form for a reason. You chose as a soul level to be here in this physical body for a reason, to experience duality, ups and downs, and merry-go-rounds. You chose to experience yummy, delicious food, and you chose to experience sex, and you chose to experience all the colors of the world. Yes, it sucks sometimes. The duality of the world. Hate and love. Yes, my soul can't stand it. I'm an empath. And I just send love to those people that are suffering. And I pray every day for those people that are suffering in this world right now, and how we can have unity consciousness and awaken with love and light. I don't allow myself to get into fear, because if you're in anger and fear, you are feeding that disgusting negative energy of hate and war. If you align to love and you send the love beams and blessings and prayers and beam Mother Earth with love and compassion and see it going into all those children and women and beings that are suffering, you're giving back. Remember, that's how powerful you are. You could give back energy just like that. So thank you so much for being here right now. I see you. I love you. And I'm so happy that I was able to be here today. Please send me a message. Please share this episode. Please follow me on all platforms. I'm the real Natalia Love Angelou on Instagram, natalialoveangelou.com. Send me a message. Let me know where you're from. And if you have any questions, please. And if my story inspired you in any way, please let me know. I appreciate you. I love you. I see you. Have yourself a glorious, glorious day. And to those that are local, I'll see you at the next Goddess Circle on Saturday. Woo woo. Have a wonderful, glorious day, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Bye for now.